Lions won the toss. They defer. So the Commanders will receive the opening kickoff. Taken at the 5-yard line. Igbenogany on the return. Mariota looking on third down. Can't find anyone. Now he throws, and it's out of the reach of the tight end, Zach Ertz, with Robertson defending. So the Commanders go 3 and out on their opening possession.
Just take a look at the coverage. They fall back in zone. Known for playing a lot of man, and then Amik Robertson, he goes in, and that's a perfect plaster. That's
from the 22-yard line on first down, it is Gibbs. And Gibbs takes it all the way out to the 30-yard line for a gain of 8.
His ball skills to stop the run.
Fake to Gibbs. Catch made by St. Brown. Had a lot of running room. Picks up the first down. Out to midfield.
That's how you offset a very aggressive defense. They're all looking to stop Jahmyr Gibbs. Amon-Ra known for actually being a really good blocker as well, so they're expecting that he's going to be that cutoff on the backside. Instead, a nice little wrinkle to this offense. They have the boot play, roll Jared Goff out, and get a nice completion.
Second down and 6. This is Gibbs out of the backfield. Into the arms of Bobby Wagner. And Jahmyr Gibbs has a Lions first down to the Washington 40. Now third down and 5 for the Lions. Goff to the outside. It's Jameson Williams. Picks up a Detroit first down with St. Brown on the sidelines. Williams takes it to the Washington 21, gain of 14. Ninth play of the drive for the Lions. It's Gibbs up the middle once again. Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. So a very methodical Detroit Lions opening possession, moving the ball downfield. Goff on second down, over the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, that is just too easy. Having Jahmyr Gibbs one-on-one with the linebacker who's going up against Jordan McGee. There's Jahmyr Gibbs, and then he's just going to run an angle route on the linebacker. There's no help for him at all. Splits him easily. Jared Goff was salivating, waiting for that matchup. Couldn't believe that they would just leave McGee one-on-one with one of the best running backs, the fastest running back in the NFL.
Oh, Mariota's pass knocked down. It was intended for the tight end Bates, and Aiden Hutchinson, you talked about in our open, Mr. Everything for the Lions on defense.
Yeah, just watch how smart Aiden Hutchinson is. He stops. You see that most defensive ends, they think they have a free shot to Marcus Mariota, would just keep running. Instead, he recognizes way too easy to allow me to just go unabated to the quarterback, stops in his tracks, and makes a nice play for the defense.
Second down and 10. Mariota. Pass incomplete. Robbie Chosen, the intended receiver downfield.
Press man, that's what we've come to see of this defense, and Terrion Arnold plays that very well. Looks back at the football. I know the fans are looking for a pass interference, but he's playing the football just like Chosen is. And
Dan Skipper, top of your screen, backup offensive lineman split out wide to the right. Catch made by St. Brown. You know, we've seen trick plays over the last several seasons from the Lions, but I'm not sure how many times we've seen Skipper as a wideout.
Never seen that before, and I'm scratching my head because I'm 99% sure they're trying to set up something. I just don't know what. But let's take a look at Skipper. Oh, that's a great route. Look at that. Oh, look at that hustle. There we go.
Out wide to the right.
No, not like that.
Here's Montgomery. Picks up a Lions first down.
Yeah. I just want you to take a look at the blocking from the offensive line and how they're getting up to the second level. Brown right there in the slot.
Let's see. Third down and 7. It's the tight end, Laporta. And it's another Lions first down to the Washington 12.
Yeah, instead he goes to Sam Laporta. He had a huge game last week against the Minnesota Vikings. And again, going back to 7-on-7, that's just too easy. You're playing off man. I understand why, because Laporta is such a good threat in the passing game. But
Goff on the slant to St. Brown. He is in for a Lions touchdown.
you know that is his guy. Amon-Ra St. Brown goes inside, splits the two, gets the easy touchdown. He's going against Mikey Sanders still.
Commanders do not have to run a play. They do. Get the snap away. Mariota looking for Chosen. Pass out of his reach. Torian Arnold defending. Clock stops with 1 second remaining. Third down at 9. Mariota stays on his feet, spins, and now he's taken down by Brian Branch. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Commanders have now been outscored 74-25 in the first quarter of games. This is Khalif Raymond. And he's tackled at the 21 by Jeremy Reeves, a gain of 8.
Let's take a look at the unselfishness of this offense. Jahmyr Gibbs puts on a beautiful block on Trey Amos and springs Khalif Raymond for that big gain. It brings up a 2nd and short, but you're just watching how all the players, they do their job as best as they can. That's what makes this offense so good, whether they're getting the ball or not, 100 miles an hour.
They've all bought in. Here's Gibbs on 2nd and 2. Picks up a Lions first down.
They are taking it to them in the run game.
Gibbs and St. Brown with touchdowns today. Here's Gibbs. Gibbs across midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds by Jeremy Reeves in Washington Commanders territory. Gain of 27 yards.
I mean, he's not even getting touched as he's going through the hole. And the first thing I think about is the big block he laid on Trey Amos to start this series. They had a nice game from Khalif Raymond. John Moran sees that, says, I'm going to reward you with 2 run plays as he loses 100,000, but he's out on the field making plays.
Pass caught by Gibbs. And Gibbs is stopped about a yard shy of a first down. Third down and 2. It's Gibbs. Wagner, the first Commander, hit on the tackle, but Gibbs picks up a Lions first.
His defense to stop the run.
Goff to a wide open Raymond. Raymond picks up another Detroit first down. Now you're talking about the personnel, 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end.
That's correct. So 11 personnel, you'd have 1 running back, 1 tight end, and then you'd have 3 defenders, or excuse me, 3 wide receivers. Going back to this replay, and you have Khalif Raymond. Yeah, it looked like just a busted coverage. Jonathan Jones.
In at fullback. There's Gibbs. Cuts to the outside, turns the corner. Still going into the end zone. Touchdown. 2nd of the day for Gibbs.
Yeah, going back to the trash talking made no sense, and this is what happens the very next play. Running it right towards Penei Sewell, and they get to that side. As soon as Jahmyr Gibbs breaks that first tackle of Frankie Louvu, he outruns the defense, and then they just bowl over the Commanders to push Jahmyr Gibbs in for the touchdown.
St. Brown and Laporta.
Look at that.
Do you call that the back push? Lions for the first time this season going for 2. Goff hands it off. Montgomery is in. Lions now lead 22-3, and the Commanders will be without one of their top defensive players. Goff started a Super Bowl for the Rams, lost to the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was the 10-3 game, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice tackle made by Roy Lopez. Loss of 2 on the play.
Let's take a look at Roy Lopez. He's making sure that he gets penetration. He's going up against Tyler Biadasz.
And now Goff to a wide open Khalif Raymond, but it is ruled incomplete. Good news for Washington. Frankie Louvu back on the field, but remember they are without Deron Payne, who was ejected, as we take a look at the attempted catch by Raymond.
Yeah, hard to see from that angle. Looks like the official had a better look at it. Yeah, Dan Campbell wins the challenge. Khalif Raymond has both hands under the football, secures it. It does not hit the ground. So that's going to be a first down for the Detroit Lions.
4th and short. Here's Goff, and the pass is caught for a first down by the tight end Laporta. So the Lions keep their drive alive.
Now, what a play call. You're just going to watch the rush of the defensive line. They thought they had it stopped. Jared Goff holds on to it, and there's Sam Laporta. Block, release. Frankie Louvu, no chance. Gets the easy first down for the...
Down on the field today. Usually up in the booth. Pass complete to Laporta. Inside the Washington 20.
Yeah, but the Lions go for it on 4th down so often. It's not even anything special for them, right? It's not unique anymore. They do it so often, and Jared Goff says it's just really another play to us, right? We are even keel about it. We're not really worried about it. We just go and we execute.
They converted on 4th down a moment ago. Bunch formation to the left. Montgomery in the backfield.
Looks like Goff has really been liking Sam Laporta in this option here at the 4th down.
Goff on 4th down. It is complete to Khalif Raymond for a Lions first down to the Commanders 7.
Yeah, this is a very nice job. You're going to see Khalif Raymond. He's just going to spot up as everyone else clears out. Amon-Ra clears out. Yeah, Jameson Williams, you got to respect his speed. And Khalif says, okay, I'll just sit there. Easy completion, pitch and catch. Get another first down for the Lions.
Chip shot, 22-yard attempt. Bates converts. From the 28-yard line, fake to Montgomery. And then Goff's pass is caught. It's Jameson Williams, picks up a first down and crosses midfield.
And this is just a nice play call because you're expecting run. You have Dan Skipper, the big guy, that's in there. Instead, it's play action, block him up, and it gives Goff just enough time to throw this out to the wide receiver, Jameson Williams. You see how fast he is, man. This is a special guy.
Off to Williams. 1st and 10 from midfield. Goff to the outside. Now this is the rookie Isaac Teslaw. That's his 4th catch of the season and his 2nd with 2 hands.
I always say that's the difference between these good quarterbacks and these elite quarterbacks. When they can throw consistently outside the numbers, I'm an elite quarterback.
There's Gibbs up the middle, big hole, first down and more. Finally tackled at the Commanders' 25-yard line by Martin.
Yeah, and just watch the blocking and how this hole opens up for Jahmyr Gibbs right up the gut. Look at that. There is no stunting by the defensive line. The linebackers aren't there. Frankie Louvu is running 15 yards downfield trying to catch this guy.
Gibbs. Lions over 100 as a team. There's Williams. It's Jameson Williams again. Picks up another Detroit first down.
Goes Jameson Williams, and you just, as I mentioned, watch the tempo. He's going, and then now that burst as he breaks back inside.
From the Washington 14 on first down. Goff, Williams, he's been the main target during this series, and he is in for a Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams.
Just keep running it until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, they're going to keep running it. Different formation, same route, and look at the speed. As soon as he gets it, he turns on the burners, outruns everybody's able. Quan Martin had no chance to make that play, and Jameson Williams gets in for a touchdown. I mean, it was the Jameson Williams show, right, for that whole series. Sweet.
Play action on second down. It's Jameson Williams. And Williams is up the sideline, still going, and finally forced out of bounds.
I mean, it's almost unfair that you have man coverage on one of the fastest wide receivers in the game, and then you get bumped into by your own man. There's no way you're going to catch him now. Ends up being a huge gain for Jameson Williams, and it's one of those where the offense is just simple now. Stop this run.
3rd down and 1. Goff complete. Williams. Jameson Williams has come up large for the Lions here in this second half.
Yeah, they got to stop the run and number one. It's way too easy. Now, I mentioned how simple the game is. Dan Campbell is really just dialing up different formations out of different personnel groups with the same route for Jameson Williams, same result.
28-yard attempt. Jake Bates connected from 22 earlier. From straight away. Kick is good. Commanders start from their 21-yard line. Mariota wrapped up. And down he goes. Brian Branch had a sack earlier.
Yeah, Brian Branch, the Pro Bowl, you're going to see him coming off of the edge. And Kelvin Shepard said that this is the one part of his game he wants to improve. He's going to send them more.
3rd down and 3 for Washington. Mariota over the middle, and it's broken up. Getting a hand on it, Arthur Millette.
What a nice play. And really the route recognition. Everybody knew there was going to be in-breaking routes. I saw every corner, every nickel sitting on the routes. The safeties were flat-footed. They were ready to break up on the ball. And that is just a nice job by Arthur Millette. Yet Jameer has that explosion and could take it to the house.
2nd down and 8, complete to St. Brown. 1st down for the Lions. As the clock winds down following the 15-yard pass play, and we hit the end of the 3rd quarter.
Long.
Raymond on 2nd and 5, spun away from Frankie Louvu, and then gets knocked down by Igbenogany.
On the plays.
Goff to Laporta. Hard to bring him down.
Run after the catch. So the second was commit to this running game between the tackles, which has opened up everything else. And Jameer Gibbs going for a touchdown.
Gibbs takes it all the way. "43 yards for a Lions touchdown."
Kenny, who are they running behind? 3-time Pro Bowler Penei Sewell. You have the unselfish blocking up front. Sam Laporta leading the way. Amon-Ra St. Brown. All these big-name guys that are supposed to get their touches and yards, etc., they are blocking selflessly for Jameer Gibbs to get another touchdown against the Commanders. Full field to him.
3rd down and 5. That pass bounced away from Robbie Chosen with Rock Yassin defending.
Nice defense.
Following the penalty. Crossing Barrett, and it's Jack Campbell who wraps him up and does not allow him to cross the goal line.
There's that old school linebacker mentality. I love it. Love it. One-on-one in the hole. Bam! Meets him right there, runs his feet, and doesn't allow him to get in for the 2-point conversion. That is textbook linebacker play. Doesn't get any better than that.
Here it comes. And the Lions recover. On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And Montgomery pulled down from behind by Jeremy Reeves, gain of 8.
Yeah, we got to give this offensive line a lot of credit. Look, if we had a game ball to give, I would give it to them today. 206 rush yards, no sacks allowed.
48-yard field goal. Bates connects.
Look, and you saw the production offensively.
Johnson was tripped up as he took the snap, and then Krosky Merritt thrown down by Roy Lopez. Jameer Gibbs, 143 yards on the ground. Kyle Allen, 2nd series at quarterback for Detroit, as David Montgomery picks up a Lions 1st down with under 2 minutes remaining. For Detroit, 5 touchdowns, 3 field goals. They will be about 2 hours north of here, take on the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field next week, while the Commanders head to Madrid. We will be there as well, as they will take on the Miami Dolphins. So the Lions go to 6-3, bounce back following their loss to the Vikings at home last week. Commanders decimated by injuries, including their quarterback, Jaden Daniels, injured in last week's game, did not play today. They lose their 5th in a row and drop to 3-7.